name's Alyssa Simmons. I am 17 years old. I got a 2 on my AP World History exam. And I am here to teach you about the conspiracy theory, quote unquote, the conspiracy theory that aliens have come down from the masses of the sky and taught the ancient Egyptians how to build the Great Pyramids of Giza. Not only were these aliens real, they even incorporated themselves into our human culture and our human biological construction. First starts with the ruler from when they were building the pyramids. His name is, I think he was a king. His name was Akhenaten, and I don't know if you've seen pictures, but I'm going to show you one right now. Now let me show you another picture. There is no way it cannot remind us of our modern age depiction of aliens. As well, the name Akhenaten also directly defines the living spirit of Aten, or being the disk of the sun. And as it turns out, this disk turned out to be something of a UFO. Okay, since disks are in the shapes of UFOs, this is clearly a reason why aliens built the pyramids. Now let me show you another picture. The strange thing about this picture is that the shape of the children are whack as well. Like, what do you mean? They look like aliens. They have the weird long heads. Why the hell do they wear those kinds of hats? Because they cover up those whack skulls that they had, because they're aliens. Because they're covering up the fact that they are directly hiding their alien heritage. This is a photograph of the pyramids of Giza and its neighbor as seen from the Sphinx on the evening of our summer solstice. As you can see, the sun is setting in the exact center of the two pyramids. How do they do that? Is it a coincidence? No. For the Egyptians to be able to do this, they must have known the exact day of the summer solstice, and therefore they must have known the exact length of the year, or 365.25 days. Once again, a fact that was not discovered until long after the Egyptians were gone and dead. The real story, what they don't put in your history books? The real story goes like this. Those meddling aliens in all their infinite wisdom saw the Earth upon entering the solar system, and they were like, wow, Earth is a great jolly planet with loads of oxygen and life and crazy men who believe anything that we tell them. Now, upon entering this solar system, and by calculating the size of its revolutions around the sun, the velocity it was at which it traveled around the angle of its axis of rotation, they were able to easily calculate the longest day of the year, the length of the year, which is 365.25 days, to revolve around the sun. And then they built the pyramids because such aliens had to be so exact, because they're perfect and they know such calculations like this. If the Egyptians were to build the pyramids in such a space that it was perfectly perpendicular with the summer solstice, nor would they care, nor would they. You don't hear anything about a summer solstice in Egyptian hieroglyphics, or like. You don't. It was aliens. They built the pyramids! Another thing for you. If you take the perimeter of the pyramid and divide it by 2 times the height, you get a number that is exactly equivalent to pi. Pi, the number that is never-ending. Pi, T's great, right? Okay, but they got it perfect up to the 15th digit. The chances of this phenomenon happening by sheer chance is remarkably small, because the fact that pi hasn't been discovered accurately until the up to the 4th digit wasn't discovered until the 6th century AD. Okay, 6th century AD. We're talking about after Christopher Columbus sailed the ocean blue in 1492. I totally just lied to you. That's not right. But their pyramids are calculated so perfectly and so precise. They calculated it up to the 15th digit, which is clearly impossible. What about the fact that the ancient aliens haven't even invented the wheel yet, but they were so smart enough to create a structure that was equivalent to the pi up to the 15th digit, and they haven't even invented the wheel yet, which is a circle that easily transports things. But then they had to carry blocks that were like 2 tons each, 4,000 pounds. Manpower could not do that on their own. Their backs would have got scoliosis in 2 seconds. What do? Use cement? They use so much stone. If you think of all the stone they used and you cut it into 1 foot square blocks, did you know that it would extend 2/3 all the way around the Earth? Earth is massive. That's a lot of stone. In fact, no Egyptian did no such thing because they knew even if they were given such a miraculous task to do to build these super square and perfect pyramids, they wouldn't be able to do it. Nor would it wouldn't work because you have 4,000-ton bricks. You have bricks that are huge. They're the size of school buses. They didn't do it all. The aliens, with their plethora of wisdom, like my own, came down in the year 10,500 BC and built the pyramids along with the Sphinx, or the Sphinx. Originally, they built the head... had the head of a lion. The Sphinx had the head of a lion to match the belt of Orion because it's a lion and they're Orion and they rhyme because aliens were smart, okay? And also the constellation of Leo, and if you think about it, Leo is like, you know, it's a lion, okay? And then thousands of years later, Ramses, the egomaniacal dictator pharaoh of Egypt that you see on the face of that Sphinx now, he decided that he didn't like having the head of a lion, so he put his own ugly face on it. So instead of a beautiful regal lion to be constructed in the likeness of the aliens, because the aliens were wise and smart, and we should have just let them do that because that is biologically incorrect. What is he, a centaur? Or centaur? Whatever, okay? So, anyways, Ramses had a head in his own likeness constructed instead, which is a lot more easier, and that's why you see the head of the Sphinx, part of his nose is missing, because the Egyptians did that, and they messed up because they weren't as futuristic in, like, they weren't architecturally correct with it, because one, they were making a face, which is really hard, because if you see Mount Rushmore, you only see it from a distance. You only see it from a distance for a reason. And then the story of hieroglyphics. They kept records of everything that they did ever. But where are the records from building the pyramids? There are none because they didn't do that shit. They didn't do it. They kept very, very, very careful records about everything he did. Mind you, Cleopatra had many, many children. And we knew about that, but we didn't know how they built the pyramids. These records, they contained every single war that they fought, every structure they built, except for the pyramids, which is really crazy and ridiculous, and it just makes no sense. And then one more thing that I did not include in my script was the fact that Egyptians, they really worship and enjoy gold, right? But gold is a good heat conductor, and that's why they're used in rocket ships, because they are a good heat conductor, and since they are a good heat conductor, clearly the aliens would need some for their UFOs to be scooting down light years across the cosmos, right? And they did it. They were too lazy to harvest their own gold, so they had a bunch of Egyptians do it and then give it to the gods. Like you see the hieroglyphics where they're standing on top of their pyramids to get closer to the gods, the aliens, and give them their gold. They were giving it to the aliens so they could scoot on out of here and take us for our resources that we had. Because it's a good heat conductor. You obviously can't disprove me because you know that I'm right. And like, you just gotta accept the fact, bless you, you just gotta accept the fact that aliens are real, okay? And Air 51 may not be real, but aliens are still real. Just because Area 51 isn't real doesn't mean aliens aren't real. Bless you. And they built the pyramids. One of the 7 world wonders they built themselves.